Look at these temperatures. We are in the mid to upper 70s right now across much of our viewing area. And those temperatures will really continue to stay warm as we move on into the overnight hours. But there are some big changes on the way for tomorrow, as we do have a storm system really starting to fire up tomorrow afternoon and then into the evening on Sunday. So we will talk about that storm system as well as your 8 days in total coming up in just a little bit. Well, our story is changing now. That precipitation we were talking about earlier is now coming down in the form of sleet. I'm joined with Jason Schaefer, and can you tell us some tips for drivers that are maybe getting out on the roads right now? The next couple of days will be pretty sloppy out there, so if you have any plans for travel this weekend, I recommend you make those today. It's still not too late to get on the road tonight. Saturday, as we move on into the early morning hours, that's when we will start to see some of this freezing rain move on through, and then as we continue into the morning, this is really our break in the day.
The First Alert Weather Cam is brought to you by your Heart of Missouri Chevy dealers.
Welcome back. While we had some light precipitation this afternoon and then cloudy skies throughout the day, it looked like that storm system really started to fall apart as it hit mid-Missouri. However, tomorrow, looking like it's going to do just the opposite as storms start to form out to our west and really fire up as it moves on into mid-Missouri. So this is our severe weather outlook issued by the National Weather Service. The areas in yellow, that is your slight risk for some severe activity. And then down to our southwest, kind of right on the border of our viewing area, that's where we might see a little bit more of this intense weather for tomorrow. So you can see that the state has both yellow and that orangish color. We are keeping an eye on this system. I've been tracking it all day. Looks like our greatest threats are going to be large hail and high winds. However, there still is a slight risk for maybe an isolated tornado, so we will keep you up to date on that. So when is all of this going to happen? Well, as clouds continue to move on out tonight, we'll start to see some of this precipitation move on in. Looks like right around noon.
Continuing our team coverage, KOMU8's Maddie Heidenreich has been out tracking the storms today. She is live in California, Missouri with the latest details. Maddie, what do you have for us?
We have been tracking this system that really started to originate in Joplin, Missouri, down to our southwest. That system is continuing to fire up a little bit, and actually about 30 minutes ago there was a tornado warning issued for the northeastern part of Dade County and southern Polk County, so right outside our viewing area. That warning has been dropped, and now there are just some thunderstorm watches in effect for those portions of the area. However, we are continuing to track that system as we don't know if it will start to cook up a little bit more as it gets closer to California. We will be here at 10 o'clock, maybe even hit the road again in our KOMU8 car and give you another live update of this system. Now we have winds moving from the southeast. A lot of sunshine here in mid-Mo. This cold front has really pushed on out of our area, and we do have an area of high pressure that is getting ready to move on in. That's why we're going to warm up reasonably for tomorrow. We'll have temperatures in the mid-70s and then continue to warm up for Sunday. Columbia, you can see we are right on the line right now. Snow up to our northwest, a lot of rain. Welcome back. You are taking a look over the Lake of the Ozarks right now. We have a mix of some sunshine and clouds, but started off the day with very clear skies, and temperatures were really able to warm up reasonably this morning. However, those clouds started to roll on in around the lunch hour, and we saw a little bit of some precipitation. Now, models were showing that this would start to kind of fall apart as it hit Columbia, and those models were correct. Right now, we have unseasonably warm temperatures, but they are not here to stay. We'll have a cold front push on through overnight, bringing much cooler air into our region, and then maybe even some light rain, possibly some freezing rain as we move into tomorrow. So if you are getting ready to go out on the roads for your morning commute, this is something to pay attention to. Stick around for my full forecast. We'll talk more about this coming up. We'll see the heavier precipitation this morning and then off and on showers pretty much throughout the rest of the day. Now those cloudy skies are keeping temperatures fairly consistent. And then our friends down to the south have 60-degree temperatures. Don't worry, we'll get there in the next couple days. Temperatures are quite a bit cooler today than what we were dealing with yesterday. Right now we are in those upper 20s. Even 30s in parts of our viewing area. Here in Columbia, we are at 29 degrees, rather chilly out there. Winds are moving from the west-northwest at about 8 miles per hour right now. Pressure is holding steady. And now we just have a lot of clouds across the sky, but some big changes are on the way. We had a cold front move through overnight, bringing us much different temperatures and much colder air. Now, we do have a winter storm warning in effect. Sedalia, Osage Beach, Jefferson City, Columbia, you are included in that. Mexico, really all of those cities out to our northwest will be included in this winter storm. And that is because of this ice potential, which we will start to see as we move on into tomorrow. This is right after midnight. The National Weather Service is calling for about 1/4 of an inch of ice that we might pick up. Now, MoDOT does have some salt on the roads that should help get rid of a little bit of it, but 1/4 of an inch is quite a bit to really affect some of those commutes. And then moving on into Sunday, that ice will turn into snow. We are thinking about 1 inch to 3 inches of snow. We were about 53. Flip it around, 35. I wish we could stick with today's weather. But then let's look ahead to the weekend. Be careful if you have any plans to travel or go out of town, visit your families.
And speaking of that travel, we were talking about this earlier. When would you say are the best days if you do have to get on the road this weekend? What are the best days to do that?
You know, tomorrow would probably be best. Friday, if you can get on the roads. Saturday would still look all right, but Sunday, I think.
Boss, I need to leave early. Can I have tomorrow off?
The earlier the better.
The earlier the better.
Maddie Heidenreich told you you need to leave tomorrow.
That's right. That's right. You heard it here on Channel 8. Maddie?
And colder weather will return for the weekend. We will feel much more like winter. This cold front will advance across mid-Missouri, bringing a lot of that precipitation and then maybe even some snow for you guys on Sunday.
You're right. If you can get out of town tomorrow while the pavement is dry, it would probably be a really good idea.
That's your best bet. Sooner better than later.
Now the traffic's going to be terrible because everybody's going to be leaving tomorrow.
We better leave early. That's our time for now. Thanks for joining us.
It is a very crazy week.
Up, down.
Yes.
50s. Oh, no.
Enjoy tonight because you're staying home tomorrow.
Yes, sit back, relax. Tomorrow will be a good day to stay inside.
Thank you, Maddie.
Thank you.